So with Football Manager 7 days from release as I'm recording this, probably going to be 5 when I release it, we are going to look at 5 short-term saves for you to take over in Football Manager 26. Now you have the ability to continue a save from early access beta into full game. So my thinking here, these are 3 to 5 season saves, maybe longer if you properly get into it. But in them 3 to 5 seasons, you will be able to achieve something and make it a save you can look back on and go, oh, we took them back up and won the league, or we got them into Europe, we did this, we did that. So, yeah, I'm going to look at those clubs, show you 5 teams. Comment below if you pick one. Hope you're enjoying FM26 so far. So the first team we're going to look at is in Poland, and it's Wisla Krakow. Or Wisla Krakow, as I would have said back in the day. I mean, I might be able to say it, to be honest with you. I have no idea. If there's one thing you're going to get on this channel, if you go down and hit that subscribe button, one thing you will get is shocking pronunciation of names. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So, the reason I'm picking this team is in the second tier of Polish football. I can show you that, because I've mastered where stuff is on the game. So there is the second tier of Polish football. You are expected to finish in the playoffs, which looks like it is the top 6. Top 6 you're expected to finish with Wisla Krakow. Now, I can show you the season expectation potentially. Bear with me. We'll search it. We'll search it. Season. No, it's league. No, that's not what I'm asking you. That's not what I'm asking you. Right. Wait. Let me. Is it? Nope. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Wait. Is it this pre-season report? No. I think these are just news articles. They're just news articles. Rankings? No. Ins and outs? No. About. Is it in the about? Is it in the about? Records, qualification places, rules, structure, squad rewards, national agreements, coefficients, European site. That's suspension. Nope. I think what we will do is let's just pretend we've discussed it. So yeah, season expectations. They expected to finish there. Wow. Yeah. What did you think of that? I mean, I wouldn't have picked them to finish in that position, to be honest with you. I wouldn't. So yeah, reach promotion playoff. Current competition progress. Don't like this. Don't like this screen. But the club themselves, you're expected to work within the wage budget, and then, like I said, reach the playoffs. So not many expectations. Is nice. Financially, if you need to take the whole team to McDonald's, it's going to be a struggle. You have £321 in the bank. I mean, that's less than me. I don't want to brag, but I have more money in the bank than this football club. You're spending £2,000 a week more on the wage budget than you should, so you need to cut that down. Transfer budget wise, I do know where that's at. Bear with me, I can show you. That is in recruitment. That is in recruitment budgets. Professional this game now. You have 20,000 to spend. Let me give you some advice. Don't spend it, because you're already over your wage budget. So the reason I picked this club is they are an absolute powerhouse of Polish football, and they are down in the second tier. So, point of this, compare. I don't want to compare. I don't want to compare. I want to look at my league history and just enjoy it. So 13 times they won the league title, top flight. Last time was in 2011. They won the FA Cup in 2024. When they were in the second tier, they won the FA Cup. And they are now languishing in the second tier of Polish football. It's absolutely mad. In terms of ability-wise, they've got a couple of top players for this level. Grusik is a central defender who is just way too good for this level. Way too good. 1.4k a week. He's just an absolute beast for this level. Comes from the Dutch league after playing there. They are a very, very good side, and one that shouldn't be at this level. So my aim for you within the 5 seasons would be to try to win the Polish League. Top flight, not second tier. Don't come to me and tell me you won the second tier in 5 years. But Wisla Krakow, I think this could be a fun save. I really do think this could be a fun save. You could even tell me what the expectations are for the league if you find it. Oh, I crashed the game. All I tried to do is show you Vitesse's squad. Is their squad that bad that we couldn't see it? It's that bad we couldn't see it. Give me a second, I'll come back. Okay, we're in. We are in. So, Vitesse in the Netherlands. They have a squad. They have a squad, which is something we should be proud of. If we go to the club then, club site. This club was linked with Chelsea. This club was a top flight club. They've never had a crazy history being only runners up in the top flight. But they've been knocking around European football. They've been a decent side, and they now find themselves in the second tier with club vision. The vision is to attempt to avoid finishing bottom of the second tier. Attempt to avoid finishing second. There's falls from grace. Then there's this club. They should not be in this situation. The squad isn't too bad as well. Let's just quickly go back to the squad. Please don't cry. So, ability-wise, the best player according to the ability is a left-back. I think he's in Man United. Yeah, he was at Man United in 2012. Played for Vitesse before that. But he is back at the club. He's a decent player. No determination. I mean, you probably need players who are determined when you're trying to completely rebuild your squad. But they've got some decent-looking players. Bonis is a good player. I recognise his name as well. And 23-year-old Moroccan. Yeah, I think they've got a squad. You could easily drag them away from the bottom of the table. And if we go to the fixture schedule, because finding the league table is a mission and a half in this game. And let's have a look at the league table. You can see we start with minus 12 points. Positive is no team ever goes down. So you technically could come second bottom and you know you're safe. Top 4 you're aiming for, top 3, top 2. The Dutch league's weird. Every quarter or something you get a guaranteed playoff spot. But either way, trying to take them back up I think could be a really exciting challenge. Facility-wise, you have a 25,000 capacity all-seater. You have excellent youth, superb training, so you're in a good position there. Finance-wise, you have... I've just realised we looked at the income on Wisla Krakow. This screen's changed. There's been an update since I last played. Income, expenditure, debts and loans, okay? Wages, sponsorship, projections. That's all nice. But where's my basic then? How much do I actually have in the bank right now? So the balance at the end of the season. End of then. Okay? I want now. Finances now. There. So overall balance. No, because then it disappears. What is going on here? Overall balance is 1.2 million in the red. So we're 1.2 million in debt at the minute. But show me it on this screen. In terms of debts then, let's have a look. So this one overall there, so you only have the one, a state loan, 13,000 a month, so it's not a large amount to be paying back. So we can survive that debt. You need a cup run basically. You need a couple of games against big clubs to balance the books. A couple of youngsters come through, move them on, you're sorted. The challenge with this club, I think, is to take them back to the top flight and achieve something from there. And also, let's beg Football Manager to fix the fact when I go in finances, I want to see my general finances here. I don't want to have to go back and go, what was our balance again? Oh yeah, 1.2, yeah. But then I go in here and I can't see it anywhere. Just out just so we know, Wisla Krakow have 1.322 million in the bank. Obviously, we wouldn't know that when we go on this screen, but on the other screen, it does tell us what we've got. Now, the next team I was going to pick was in Japan. Now, I'm a bit torn. I'm just going to show an example instead. Because in Japan, look at this top half, mid-table relegation. Top half, mid-table, top half, mid, top, mid, low mid, relegation favourites, battlers. No team is expected to finish in the top 3, top 4, top 6 title challenge. None. And I find that mad. Mentally, I'm thinking to myself, it's because Japanese people are so nice and relaxed. They don't want to pressure you. I don't know what the actual reason is. I really don't. I'll tell you right now, it would make a Football Manager save amazing for the first couple of seasons. So I would suggest going with someone like Kashima Antlers, or where are they? Kobe Vissel. That was who Iniesta played for. But there's a couple of teams there. Instead of me telling you which Japanese team to manage, this suggestion is more go and manage in Japan, because it seems very relaxed, without a shadow of a doubt. Go and manage in Japan, pick one of them teams, see how you can get on. Now, maybe I've been optimistic with this suggestion, but Red Star FC. Now, this is another club based in Paris, or around Paris, and with Paris FC and PSG now in the top flight, starting in the second tier with Red Star FC, I think it could be really interesting to see within 5 years if you can be in and amongst them two. And if you're loving this save, this is the type of save you maybe could continue longer. But if not, the challenge is to get up there, get to the top flight, maybe challenge yourself, okay, in 5 years can we qualify for the Conference League? I think it honestly would be a challenge. I think it would be a challenge to do that in 5 years, but I'd be interested to see what you can do. And as you can see, they've never won the top flight. They've won the FA Cup, the French Cup, but that was back in 1942 as Red Star Olympic. So facility-wise, you've got a 4,700 capacity stadium, so as well, a lot smaller than the big two in Paris, as you could say. You have good training facilities, good youth facilities, and you obviously have that Paris cash to take players from as well. So I think it could be a great save to kind of get in amongst them big two and just see what you can do. Unsettle the apple cart, if you will. So we need to go to club site to see our bank balance. And we need to go to overview of the club to see we've got 68,000 in the bank. What a mess. And then you can go into the actual finance. But look, first club with no debt I've selected. I think positive. We are spending over the wage budget, but that seems to be what every club is doing that I select. But if we go into the squad, first team, you've got some good players. You've got some good players. Haag, I love the mental. I like the physicals. I like the technicals. He's a 25-year-old central mid. He has just joined the club from Fortuna Dusseldorf, and he is insanely good. And his contract for a few years. Build the team around him. Whatever his favourite position is, the team builds around. You've got a good goalkeeper, it looks like. You've got a good attacker mid. You've got another good goalkeeper there, by the way, but he's wanted. So you do also have the ability to bring in a little bit of finances there, which maybe you can then spend on the team. You can decide, but I like what I see here. Go take charge of Red Star FC. Okay, so we're on the final team, and this whole selection of Copenhagen was built for Mukoko. Now, a player who we had so much hope for on all Football Managers. There was so much potential that he could be a wonder kid. Now, he's ended up just dropping off. You can see here, 7 goals in that season, 5 that season, then went to Nice and only picked up 2 in 11. He's now signed for Copenhagen, and I would like to see him rebuild his career. Now, Copenhagen are a good side, so don't get me wrong, he's not dropped off to obscurity, but he has dropped off to a team which needs a bit of stability. You can see here 17, 19, 22, 23 and then 25, so they're reigning champions, but that doesn't really paint the picture, because you can see here early 2000s, 2010s, they were a dominant force, but then they just randomly started dropping and having a couple of bad seasons, etc. You can see 2020 runners up, 24 third place. Just think like 10 years ago, I would never consider Copenhagen coming third in the Danish league. but some clubs really have started progressing and developing in Denmark, and it's not that walk in the park anymore. It really isn't. Now, in terms of what you are expected to win the league, so it is going to be a challenge, but like I say, this whole save is about turning Moukoko into the player I honestly thought he could be when he came through at Dortmund. There's obviously all them disagreements, arguments about his passport, his real age. I don't know what's what. I can't argue it. But I think it would be interesting to see what you can do. So facility-wise, you have a decent stadium, nearly 40,000 capacity. You have good training. You have excellent youth. So you're in a good position. And when you go to overview to see the finances, you have 44 million in the bank. You have, check this out. You have about 80,000 on wages to spend. Debt-wise, remaining debt, it says nothing, which is strange because there is debt. But you're paying, for the next 6 months, you're paying about 3.9 million a month, but that's going to be gone quite quick. Then it's 75k a month. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think as long as you can get into the Champions League, you're going to cover that debt for the season. I think you could produce a very, very good side in 3 to 5 seasons with Copenhagen. I know you've got this kid as well, Oliver Huger, who looks really, really good. Centre mid, can play attacker mid, good finishing, etc. So definitely would look to him playing in that position. He looks really, really good. Valued up to 5 million, potential up to a 5-star. Yeah, that's the type of player you want to take charge of and see what you can do with this type of player with Moukoko in front of him. I want to give a special mention to Lithuania. First season where they are fully licensed, and I think you could have some fun there, to be honest with you. The league runs from January to December style, so it's already 16 games in, but here you can see maybe some of the better teams to take charge of. Zalgiris, I actually had a basketball shirt from a friend of mine who was from that city. But there's some interesting teams you could maybe take charge of and see what you can achieve. But have a look at that screen there. You'll see the teams who are currently doing well, maybe take charge of one of them. But we've had a look at 5 teams. Well, Japan. I mean, technically we looked at 20 there, but, you know, be nice to me. Hopefully a couple of them suggestions will give you a mini save. Make sure you do comment below which team you want to take charge of. And if you do take charge of them, come back, comment, and let me know how it goes. I've been Paul, also known as Northman, and I'll see you next time.